Okay, Skull Villain. Any other megas? Possible Aerodactyl. I always need to remember Wide Guard, but I don't think he's Mega Air. I guess he could, which makes me want to bring my special attacker so I don't get the spicy P. He's obviously range, so T-Tar's gonna be in the back. Double Steel type Garchomp seems really good, although the Skull Villain burn is not gonna be pretty. Rotom Heat seems insane here, between the Overheat doesn't get burned, as well as the Electro Web on the 2 water types. So I'm always leading Rotom Heat here, and probably just the Venusaur. The grass is good, the earth is good. Venu's insane. I feel like I can't lose with this. Tyranitar, and the final pick. It's not Corviknight, because I don't want to get Spicy Peed. Garchomp can hit some Earthquakes on the Steel types. But he's got double flyers, which isn't that bad because we can throw some rocks at it. Primarina kind of does nothing. Even against the Archaludon, it's whatever. So, Garchomp in back. I feel very comfortable. I feel like this is a good matchup for me, and I would really have to find a way to screw it up.
Well, I will say, dude, I love it. Those are the exact 4 I would have gone with. I think it's like your thought process was like I processed it the exact same way. I think there's like an argument to potentially bring Primarina because if like the rain isn't set up, then it can deal damage. But yeah, I think that was really, really powerful team preview for you.
Archaludon on the opener. Spicy P is gonna go for... I mean, Spicy P doesn't have a good shot here. We got Thick Fat on the Venu. What's this guy gonna do? What's this guy gonna do? I think... Do I want speed control here? I mean, what can I do? Overheat? Is he gonna protect? I'm going Sludge Bomb Disco Villain, actually.
I like the turn. I think, yeah, it's like here... they actually switch to Pelipper, which is, yeah, like their way of getting around the... Overheat. Like, I think in that turn, there's like the ability to double up into a slot, but I think your play is honestly fine. Like Overheat Sludge Bomb double into Scoville, for example, try to get that out of the way immediately. But honestly, this is fine. Like, I think Venu does match up really well here, and I don't think Scovillain's doing much to us in return. The awkward thing is, like, Rotom's now kind of caught in an awkward spot, but I like the Overheat to, like, force some damage early on into our Chaladon. So this also breaks a potential Focus Sash on Pelipper, so it's still not bad.
Gotcha. Oh, he's not going for... Is he going for an Overheat of his own?
That is a great question. We also do so much with that. Oh my gosh.
This is spicy. Oh, Leech Seed.
Okay.
I mean, that's perfect into that slot because we're already trying to swap him out.
Exactly, yeah.
We could hit the Protect on his Spicy Boy. Try to set up Tailwind on the bird. Like, if I was him, this might be just a Protect Tailwind turn. The bigger question is there a way we can get around that? I think a simple T-Tar, just turn off the weather right now, make it awkward for him. That's a good idea. And this is my big question. Do I keep him honest? Do I keep him honest? Do I say, hey, you can't be doing that? Do I keep him honest? Nah, I'm gonna assume he's gonna protect.
I like it. Yeah, I think I would have made the same play. Because the reality is, honestly, if, knocking out Scovillain's a little bit awkward for us because, like, if they set up Tailwind, then they get something in for free, and Scovillain's actually not that scary, and just as you called it, yeah, they protect. And even if they don't protect, it's like, what's the worst that they can do, right? Like, maybe overheat us for, like, 40%. Like that, it's not even that bad. So, yeah, I think perfectly played so far.
Oh, Bulkipper. Oh, he hits the Hurricane? Didn't even rip the Tailwind? That's crazy. Alright, no Protect on Spicy Boy. Here's the thing, though. He could be great. I mean, he has the Archaludon, right? Is he slick with it? Is he slick with it? I do not want to send my T-Tar into that. I do not want to get burned. Do not want to get burned. If I Rock Slide, I think I have to sack it. I think the Rock Slide will kill both anyway. is my read. I'm gonna Giga Drain the left spot.
Okay, yeah, so I think in this position I would have Earth Powered and knocked off. Yeah, specifically because our Chaladon switching in here is kind of spooky for us. And if we knock out Spicy P with Venusaur, then Tyranitar doesn't get burnt, right? So we conserve our Focus Sash as well. Did we miss? That's annoying. Oh, that's actually a good miss.
No stamina boost. Damn.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, man. Oh, I didn't think about that. Now my Tyranitar loses 2 really good tools.
Yeah, exactly. When I basically it's like a Scoville specific thing, but basically like when I play against it, I'm always like, how can I knock it out before I use any of my physical attackers into it? Yeah. And here like we had the tool, which is Earth Power into that slot's like generally pretty safe, basically. But it's still okay. Like it's not like game over by any means. It just it's like slight disadvantage, but things are still totally looking fine.
I would really like to turn off the weather here. But it's always the risk of... I need to turn off the weather in my opinion. And he has a Pokemon we haven't addressed yet. Most likely Basket Legion. So I'm really scared of throwing my Rotom to die. If I can help it. I don't think he's gonna Draco Meteor on an empty spot. He might Hurricane. I don't think the Hurricane's gonna kill. I think we take the trade. And I'm gonna Earth Power the Archlude.
So I think in this position, I would think about Sludge Bombing Pelipper, and the idea is like we just knock that out, so then we win the Weather War. The Garchomp switch is perfect, like so I think that's really great. Basically the reality is if we knock out Pelipper, we just like win the Weather War immediately, and we're up 4-2 in the game, which I think is great. Garchomp switch is beautiful here. Oh, I think it timed out. RIP. Earth Power there would have ended up working out quite nicely. Are they hurricaning? Yeah, it's fine. But yeah, basically it's like Pelipper's Hurricane is like one of the few things that can deal strong damage to Venusaur. So if we try to Sludge Bomb and KO it, I'm not sure Sludge Bomb actually would KO since they were Citrus Berry bulky, but should we knock it out, it would put us in like really good shape because then Venusaur just doesn't take any damage there.
Alright. He's gonna want a Draco Meteor, I assume. And I'm pretty sure my guy is Sludge Bomb better? It's more damage, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna read the Draco Meteor here, and my Venu was confirmed faster than Pelipper. I could also turn... Well, he's not gonna Electroshock me, is he? Oh, I don't know about this one.
Ooh, he switches. Okay, what are we going into? Basket Legion? Yep, like you said.
Oh, now this is half as effective. Is he just dropping the Draco?
Yeah, this one's spooky. So I think we have the Hobon Berry on Garchomp, which means that we, I think, should be able to survive Draco Meteor. So I think in that position, Garchomp can get an attack off. And, like, basically, like, the thing about Mega Venusaur is if you take bad trades with it, it feels really bad, right? So it's like we could have Sludge Bomb Pelipper last turn, and then here we, like, gave them the opportunity to attack. Like, still okay, I think. But yeah, it's like Venu could have gotten a little bit more mileage. Obviously, we timed out as well. I think if the Earth Power went into our Chaladon, things as intended, we could have like pressured Earthquake.
Bring this out. So, I want to turn off the rain so that Basket Legion is not as fast. But does he read that and swap his Pelipper into the Archlude? That would be impressive. I'm gonna assume he does not have that brain. I think this is a Thunderbolt angle. If I'm crazy, I shoot it here. Nah, I don't respect him that much.
Yeah, I like it. I think it's like way too aggressive of a prediction to make because like the game is still kind of in, I would say, like even state. Yeah. Like I think you want to go for reads like that if you feel like super behind in the game. They do make the switch, but like it actually doesn't work in their favor because we changed the weather after them, right? So.
Oh, wait, why is Garchomp coming out second?
Yeah, it's a slower Garchomp, and they're probably max speed Archaludon, it looks like.
Oh, what?
Yeah, so that, it is surprising. Oh, they do survive. It's annoying, but they
paralyzed.
Oh, okay,
that's big.
Are they wave crashing?
Hey, get it! Oh. I'm so good at the game. I'm so good at the game.
Assuming they were wave crashing there, I think we were in okay shape because they would knock themselves out, and then we get a free switch him back into Garchomp with Hobomberry still active. But that should win the game, I think.
Okay, this is just a simple rock slide. I'm gonna assume I don't miss here. I'm gonna Thunderbolt the left slot because it's the only option I have. I'm gonna assume my rock slide. Whoa! Yeah. This is always correct. I mean, that's fine.
Okay. Oh my gosh, that did 1 billion damage.
Rock slide. No. Rock slide. Alright. My little Pelipper, sorry, not Pelipper, my little Rotom's always the fastest. There's no way he swaps his Pelipper in on the left slot. This Basket Legion's just gonna die at this point. I'm pretty sure he's gonna let it die. Because, Yeah. Is this a low kick angle? Do I need the fish dead? No, I don't need the fish dead. I mean, he gets the speed boost, but he loses the bird. I mean, I think this was what a smart person would... Oh, I didn't. Okay.
It's fine, though, because you get a guaranteed knockout on that position, right? So it's like... And if Basque Legion clicks Wave Crash, they faint. So, we got pretty lucky with the paralysis here. Yeah, actually... Because it was low kick, like, maybe Rock Slide could have been better there to cover for the switch. But... Like, I think the main thing our opponent did well in this game was that they did have a lot of switches.
I don't feel really good about myself winning this game. Do I want to do anything else? Okay, well, here's the thing. I actually need this fish dead. And because there's no more Sandstorm, I think I'm just gonna... Was that 3 in a row?
I think so, yeah.
And it got nerfed to 1 in 8, right? Damn.
Yeah. That's actually crazy. I've not seen that many paras in a row ever in this game. Living the Flash Cat in there was big as well. Nice.
So I think my mistake that I could see is maybe oftentimes I always try and go for the super effective play, like on that Pelipper turn where I went for the Archer.
Exactly. Yeah, so I think like basically Mega Venusaur is like super cracked in this matchup. So I think it's like the two key turns that stick out to me are when Scovillain, like we ended up getting Burt on Tyranitar. Because I think that turn, if we Earth Power Scovillain, then we keep Focus Sash on Tyranitar and we don't get Burt, right? So like that was one big play. And then like Pelipper is like one of the only big super offensive threats into Venusaur. Because like part of the thing about Venusaur is that it can sustain, right, with Giga Drain. So it's like if we have Venusaur against Basque Legion in the end game, Venu, if it has like enough HP, is just gonna crush it. So it's like we could have launched a couple more attacks into Pelipper. The turn that we went Giga Drain, I think it was fine going for Giga Drain there. Sludge Bomb's like a little bit stronger and it gives you the poison chance. And so I think I wasn't confident actually that a Sludge Bomb would have KO'd when Pelipper was at like 53% after Citrus Berry. But basically, yeah, I think it's like Venusaur is really good in this matchup and like probably didn't get as much mileage as it should have because we ate the Hurricane specifically. And then Garchomp also, like, I don't think needed to protect the turn that they Electroshotted Venusaur because we have the Hobomberry, which makes us, like, the Draco Meteor not super effective.
Right. I always forget about Hobomberry. It very rarely comes into play.
Yeah, and like that was like a specific scenario where like it was relevant because then it's like you don't have to be as scared. But I think like you brought the right Pokemon for sure, and I thought you maneuvered it. Wow, it's just like those two small things that I think could have made the match easier for us.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I need to get over this like click super effective button every single time. I think that's
Yeah. Like I think I often think about instead of just like super effective hits, it's more like can I KO something, right? Like I often find it more important to like get a knockout rather than like get like 50 or 60% from a super effective hit. Especially in a matchup like that where they have rain, like if we can win the weather war, then like Basque Legion becomes a lot less effective. So it's like going up Pokemon when you're playing against weather is really advantageous.
Yeah, I don't know.
The real last game. All right, this is an interesting one.
I still like Dragon Ball here because Psychic's one of the few ways to deal with.
Yep.
Corviknight. Oh, I gotta make sure I have an answer for Corviknight, and it feels like it's wow. Magic Bounce is annoying too. I think I want to set up with Scizor in front of his face. I'm trying to think if there's anything. Not really, right? Does he have anything that threatens Scizor that much?
It'll be Rotom Heat. I think if they lead that, we'll have to play a little bit cautiously, but yeah.
How about the Milotic? This feels like a game that might go for a while. Yeah. So I don't mind Milotic. And I think Incineroar can check T-Tar and Garchomp pretty well. I just need to not put it into the bird. Actually, no. I want Sinistcha. How's this?
I like it. Yeah, I think the main debate is whether or not we bring Tyranitar, because their Rotom Heat is actually kind of scary against our Scizor, Milo, Sinistcha core.
Ooh, yeah. That is scary.
Yeah, I think it's okay bringing T-Tar here. It's a weird one, like, because I do like Dragapult. I'm wondering, it's like, it feels like Scizor should be the primary setup. Maybe it's no Dragapult, Instant Sinistcha, and then both of the Megas, but leave. Okay. I think this is really good for us.
Okay. So Tailwind, he can protect. I don't want to give him a free turn. I mean, is it as simple as Draco Meteor? Probably. Forces him into a tough spot. The bird, I'm not too worried about. Like Steelhead, Tailwind, it's whatever. Nothing really threatens my Scizor, so I would go for Sword Stance here.
I like that. I think the alternative play is like Will-O-Wisp Corviknight because we predict Garchomp to switch out or protect on turn 1, but I'm fine making them respect the Draco. Absolutely do protect, but it's fine. Mainly because I don't think Corv's doing anything that's super scary. Like Tailwind's probably their best bet right now, or Iron Defense. Yeah.
Okay, now the Garchomp is faster. So he's thinking, oh, my Garchomp's faster. I'm going to Dragon Claw. Depends on if he's doubling up into my Dragapult slot, which I actually think he is. So I might hit a Protect here. And I'm gonna Swords Dance again.
I like it. I like it.
But then would he read this? No, I think he would.
Question.
No, sorry.
But the question is basically, yeah, even if he reads it, what's his best outcome, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna do the same thing. Because I think he thinks I'm gonna Protect. But he doesn't know I have a Sash on the Dragapult. So he's not gonna double up here. Yeah. I don't think he doubles up. I'm pretty sure my Dragapult outspeeds under Tailwind too.
Yeah, I think basically the only concern here is if Corviknight is Iron Defense.
Oh, I missed my Draco Meteor. Hubba Berry?
Yeah. Basically, getting a burn on a Corviknight is actually a really big deal because it just means even if it's Iron Defense, it does not do a lot of damage. So we'll see if they have it or not. It could be Bulk Up. Oh yeah, just Iron Head. That's fine.
He actually did double in.
You can see basically, like, we could have Will-O-Wisp Corviknight, Swords Dance again, and then next turn +4, Bullet Punch, KO's Garchomp anyway, and then we have a Bird Corviknight, right? So it's like advances the board state a little bit more for us, but it's still okay, honestly.
Wow. Okay. Corviknight Knight's annoying. Do I have anything that deals with Corviknight Knight in a good way? I think Melodic is fine here. Yeah, I like Melodic.
I'm also laughing because I'm reading chat. I'm realizing this is literally the Mega Venusaur team you and I were using.
Oh, wow.
So it's not higher defense body press, which is good.
I think he's terrified of my Caesar. Honestly,
Yeah.
I would be as well. I want to start punching things.
Mm-hmm.
Does the Corviknight... Yeah, it's Brave Bird, right? And that's it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep the Garchomp honest here.
I like that here. Yeah. The reason I like that is because Corviknight's Brave Bird does like 25 to 30% to us, maybe. So it's not even that scary, right? The main question I have right now is whether or not they've got Rotom Heat in the back and whether or not they bring it out here.
Oh, wow.
Hey, sweet.
This Corviknight is annoying.
Good thing is it can't set up. Oh, they bring Venusaur out. Okay. Okay.
This is Mega Venu. Can he do anything to us? Not really to the Scizor, right?
His best bet would be Earth Power and Brave Bird into Scizor, and maybe that double up gets a knockout.
I'm gonna rip the Hypnosis here. I want the bird to be sleeping. And then we just protect and chill. Because he's terrified of the Scizor. If I was him, I'd be trying to double up into the Scizor every single time.
Yeah, this turn's interesting for him because I think, honestly, he needs to be terrified of both of our Pokemon. Let's see who he targets, but I don't mind this play.
80% on the sleep. No way we're down unlucky.
Nice, nice, nice. That's huge. Great bird as well. Ha ha ha. Yeah. Yeah.
Go to bed, bitch!
Nice.
Okay.
All right, it's looking decent. It's looking decent.
No more Tailwind! I'm gonna hit a coil.
Huh?
And then, what's Caesar's ability? Technician?
Yeah.
Oh, so his Bullet Punch is still stronger than Bug Buzz. Jesus! That was rude.
Nice. This is the beauty of Milotic, dude. Like, now we have 100% accurate Hypnosis, and we can just recover and heal back all the damage we did. Like...
Oh, wait, Bug is technically stronger because Technician works on 60 and below. Oops, my bad.
Yeah. Sorry, I totally did not hear you when you were talking about that earlier. It would have KO'd, but it's fine. In fact, one could argue that was better for us because now we Bug Bite Venu, or sorry, Bullet Punch Venu and then recover. And then, like, it denies them a free switch in while also bringing Milotic back to full. It's like, yeah, you can protect, but what are you going to do, right? With hope to wake up with Core, and then what?
Right, because we have a... Yeah, Scizor is so deceptive. He looks like he's fast, but he's not.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. That's fine.
That's fine.
Melodic is surprisingly faster than he looks. Is what he has like an 82, 86. So this is a guaranteed sleep, and it's a guaranteed punch on the Venu, right?
Yeah.
There's no punish. Because my Caesar is not coming out. I'm also one of those players that if I get any kind of stat boost on any of my mons, it's staying in.
Yeah. Oh, watch this, dude. Watch this.
Jesus Christ.
Bye-bye. Thanks for playing.
Dude, that
Perfect.
was tragic.
Doesn't it feel poetic to build a new team and beat the team that we started the stream with, dude?
Yeah, wait, yeah. This is the exact copy, so we know the set and the EVs.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's one of the things about VGC, by the way, is like as you play more, you're like, oh, I've run into this before.
So
Now I have a good sense of what's coming my way.
I actually think protecting on Caesar is net positive here, right? Because I can hypnosis.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yep.
God, this protect button is pretty good.
I'm happy to see you click it more, dude.
Dude, like, I actually talked about this with you a long time ago, where I said, it feels like I'm coin flipping my game on turn 1 all the time. That's because nobody presses protect. So this guarantees the sleep, but guarantees blocks the protect next turn no matter what. Because, yeah.
Yeah, even though like they didn't protect Venusaur, that's I think a really good play because like we could lose to Venusaur protect and then Corviknight waking up, but now we can guarantee knockout Venusaur.
Yeah, I know. We just thought, it's a recovery angle. God, this is so. I feel like a bad person for some reason. Because this is his first turn of sleep, so even if he protects, there's no world. Yeah, it comes out. The bird actually wakes up, but at the end of the day, he needs to fight a 2v1.
Yeah, exactly. And like if we're Iron Defense Body Press, it would actually have a decent chance. But with neither of those, my Lodic Tyranitar is gonna win against it. Especially because we can just keep putting it back to sleep. So it's like Tyranitar comes out, you can like Hypnosis, Dragon Dance, then Muddy Water knockoff, and being able to remove leftovers from them is actually a pretty big deal as well.
Yeah.
So we should be good here.
If only he didn't get this set from watching CybertronVGC on YouTube.
You know, I feel bad sometimes because I'm like, I feature a team and then I like feature another team that beats the last team, and then I'm like, I feel bad for the people that are picking up the older one. Yeah, this with Corviknight, the main thing you need to worry about, if we didn't know this set, is like Iron Defense Body Press, which is why I think like Will-O-Wisp early on in the game. Oh my god, that actually does so much damage. Will-O-Wisp, like I like Will-O-Wisp being Corviknight just because it makes its offense just really useless. Like even if you start Iron Defensing, you're not actually doing a ton. Right. So it's like on turn 1 of the game, maybe we could have gone for that, but at the end of the day, it was fine, right? Like this is an example of what I think is a very advantageous team matchup, and then they didn't bring Rotom Heat, which was the one thing that beat our Scizor. So with no Rotom Heat, Scizor just like legitimately clears this matchup.
Yeah. Alright, this is fun. Like, I like the Dragapult, but I think maybe we put the Dragapult on the bench if Sneasler's not in.
Yes, yeah. Well, you know, I actually think Dragapult was pretty good here. Because it still pressured Draco Meteor, and like I think what makes it valuable is like early burns, because like there's so many physical attackers in this game, so if we get those burns, it actually can go a long way. But like I think one lead we didn't go with, like we could consider in the future, is like Dragapult Milotic, where it's like we burn them, we put them to sleep, and then we bring out Scizor and start Swords Dancing. And then yeah, Tyranitar we didn't get to Dragon Dance very much, so we could just have like low kick on this and like modify its EV spread as well.
All right, cool. Well, thank you so much for the coaching and building this team. I'm really happy. Like I would say Dragapult's my favorite Pokemon. So being able to use him, and it's funny because Pokemon, like it's a game for kids. So I know there's probably a lot of people that have a favorite Pokemon they want to use, but sometimes VGC can feel so like mono, like Incineroar, Sneasler, King Gambit.
Yeah,
which kind of goes against the spirit of like, oh, you know, play your favorite Pokemon, but if your favorite Pokemon is a Greedent, then you're kind of sad.
I think like the reality of VGC is you can make any single Pokemon work to some degree. It will just be a lot harder than others, and like Dragon Ball, for example, like this is actually a really good set, low key. Like I haven't really seen people use it. I thought it was kind of an underrated Pokemon, which is why I was suggesting like this combination.
Yeah.
If you have good base stats and a good ability, that obviously makes it way more cracked. Like Dragapult being so fast and having great moves makes it very valuable. Versus like Greedent, like it's just you're gonna have your work cut out for you. But I do think the cool thing about Pokemon is you can make everything work. It's just a lot harder if you were playing, at like Master Ball tier and you're up against people with like legitimate teams, because in order to execute those strategies, it requires like a more specific like pathing rather than, with really strong teams, it feels like you have like endless options right on turn one, right? But I don't know. I'm for a team that came together pretty quickly. I think this one kind of rocks. So I'm proud of us, dude.
This Pokemon stuff is hard. This Pokemon stuff is hard, but like. Even this sounds silly, but him just saying stuff like, "Oh, you should protect," it blows my mind. It blows my mind, and it's so good.